What's happening, guys? Thank you so much for checking out this channel. I really sincerely appreciate you. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be replacing this chrome trim on this Mercedes GL450 and adding some nice running boards. These are factory style running boards that you can see I've already done on this side. So if you're looking to add some running boards to your Mercedes, please check this out. We're going to knock it out step by step. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is. Please also make sure to subscribe. And if you're looking to purchase these, you can click on the link below. Thanks for watching. So the first thing is we're going to take out on the front part of the door. There is 3 snaps located 1, 2, and 3. And the way these come out is you just pop this piece off right here and then they pull right out. So you want to get maybe like a flathead, small flathead, kind of get it. Or you can use these pry tools that we have, which will get under there and then pull this little small piece off where you can release the clips. So you can use simply something like this to pry it off, or straight head, just to kind of, once you get it up a little bit, so just where you can lift it up. So you just get underneath those just a tad bit, and you can come back with something like this and just boom, just like that, and then they just pull straight out. So you can see that's how it looks, and you can get it out. So you just do that to all 3 of those. Step 2 is remove the 2. So you got one right there, and you got one right there. We're going to remove those 2, which is located on the back door. Okay, so for step 3, you're just going to use a socket. This is a deep socket, but you could probably use a regular socket. This is a 10 millimeter, and I'm going to show you what you need to do. So you can see these right here, which they're not on that tight, and you're just going to take your socket and basically just unscrew all of these all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these. Alright, so this time we're going to switch to a power drill. Same thing, 10 millimeter. And there's one more right back here. And that's it. Okay, so step 4, what we're going to do is now you're going to open the doors. You want to open the front and rear door. And then essentially you just want to give it a little tug up at the top up here. There's some snaps. So we're just going to pull, kind of give it a little tug. And what you want to do is first, I guess, start from where we had those snaps in. We want to take that part off. Let's get that out. Then once that pops, it makes for the rest of the removal really, really easy. So start on the front, and then you can see it's already kind of come off, and boom, it just comes right out once the doors are open and you have all the screws. Okay, now what we got to do is remove this piece right here and insert the new piece. So you can see right here, we're just going to take our same 10 millimeter, and these are just held in by these nuts right here, and we're going to go all the way down to remove those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's like 6 or 7 of these total. Let's get to it. You could shut the door for this as well. It's not gonna mess up anything once that top piece comes off. So once those are off, you just open the door and pull this back. Open the door, and you can see it's already ready to come off. On both sides, you open both doors, and this will just slide right off. It's that easy. So boom, that's off. Now you can take the time to clean this if you want. The other running board will go on top of that, so you don't really have to worry about it because it's just going to get dirty again. So if you want a link for where you can buy this couch, hit me up. I know you like the design of it, but you can see right here, this is the actual running board, and then this is the piece that goes underneath that the running board sits on. So we are literally just going to replace this right upon the existing lines where the other piece that we just took off came off. But this one does have a little bit more holes, so the package that we send you actually will have additional nuts and also clips in case you break the clips to essentially put that back together. Okay, so when we're lining up this piece, you want to just line this up so that this goes right over these little brackets right here, and that way it'll kind of, once you get them lined up with these holes, it'll kind of support itself, so we'll be good to go on that angle. So you can see, boom, and it's that easy. Now these do kind of go in it a little bit better. And then once that's in, now we're just going to retighten the nuts right here, and then also use the additional ones as well. So keep in mind, these do come with additional nuts, so you're going to have to use more than what came off, because the other one had snaps that went in there. These you got to actually screw, so it does come with the additional nuts. So let's get to it. Okay, so now we have the bottom piece on, and what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to get this running board on. Okay, now I'm going to show you underneath. What we're going to do is line these holes up, and the easiest way to do it is to line up the front snaps first, and then underneath I'm going to show you these have to slide into the bracket that's currently attached to the vehicle. So we're going to line this up, but first by lining up the snap holes right there. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing, make sure your doors are open, and you can see these holes right here is where, back here, you're going to want to slide those notches into these holes. So what we're going to do is line up that first with the front, and a secret to this is also you want to make sure on this one it's a little bit easier than the back one, but it goes behind the rubber tire protector, not in front. Okay, so let's get this lined up and put on. So this looks to be lined up, and you heard that snap. It just snaps right in. And that means it's aligned. You could see the holes, which it's a little flexible, so don't worry about that. But let's get underneath here, and I'm going to show you what else you have to make sure of. But you could see all down here, it just kind of lines up once you get that first notch on there. And don't worry about it if it's not like perfectly tight, because I'm going to show you guys underneath once you line up the screws. Oh, and this is what I was talking about. So the back piece right here, you can see what we're going to have to do is pull it out to keep this rubber piece in front. You want the rubber piece in front right here. So just pull it out, which it slides right back out because we haven't tightened anything. And now the rubber piece is behind it, which is exactly what you want. And this looks good. Okay, so you could see these little notches right here. What we want to do is slide those all down their slots, and you want to make sure that they're lifted up. So you might have to pull it back a little bit, but each slot you want to make sure they are slotted back, and then you want to just push it forward once it's in there, and then it holds it tight. So that way we can come back and put on basically these nuts that we had took off earlier. So we're going to reattach those once those slots are lined up all the way down. Now you can kind of see this one is not lined up, so what we need to do is pull it back and then push it through. So we're just going to pull it back out. Now I pulled it back out, and push it in. Good to go. Now it's lined up. I'm going to take these, just line them back up. Alright, so those bolts are back on, and you can see this is already nice and secure. Last step is we just have to line up these snaps and get them placed in there, and we'll be good to go. So you can just take the part out, the center part out if you wanted to, or you can leave them in like this. This is fine. If they're up is where you need them, and you just line the holes up. Alright, once it's in there, then you just give it a nice little push. It's just gonna at least we're going to replace these two back clips, those two areas right there, and we're going to be good to go. Now we're back in action, and it is all set. So you can see this is the finished project. Not too bad, super sturdy. Step it up. It's seamless right there. Now they do make, in between where the doors open, there's going to be a spot right here that we got to just replace the cap, and you'll be good to go. Alright, so here's our cap. That's a little slot. You just need to line it up. And it just pushes in, and you're good to go.